Hi, Peter Charles here, Hooked for Life Fly Fishing. And today we're going to tie the Catskill #1. It's a bucktail streamer, dates from the 1950s, and it's going to be the first time we're going to use some jungle cock for the eyes. Now, a lot of you won't want to go to the money expense of buying jungle cock neck because it can get very expensive. There's multiple grades. Mine is a low grade one, so it has the nails are split. I frankly don't care. If I was tying a work of art, I would care, but you know, it's jungle cock. There's also imitation jungle cock available that you can buy, and so you know, you either go for the expense of the neck or buy the imitation stuff, whichever works for you. But anyway, this is a simple pattern. I thought it would be a good introduction to jungle cock, and it enables us to work with also the idea of bucktail as a throat as well as a wing. So let's get started. Our hook is a streamer size 4, and it's a 5 extra long. Our thread is a 6/0 Veevus in black. We need a gold tinsel, so in this case I'm going to be using this Uni-Mylar. The body is red wool. The throat is white bucktail, and the wing is black bucktail. And like I said, we're going to get into putting in jungle cock eyes. So let's get started. So wool body, so we don't have to get fancy with the thread on the shank of the hook. Bring it back just a bit past the eye. There we go. Now, since we're going to be using the gold mylar, we tie it in silver side up as usual. Now for some wool. Pull out enough because you're going to make 3 passes with this. Don't be cheap. There's another alternative too. If you're concerned about having enough wool trimmed off, you can always put this in a bobbin. I've done that a lot. Okay, we tie in our wool. Now come forward. Now we're going to make multiple passes with this wool to build up the size of the body. So nice and tight on that black bump. And just come forward as you come off the bump, slacken off the pressure. Now angle it. You notice how I've changed the angle. That allows me to taper the body into a cigar shape. Now for the tinsel, 1 turn at the back and come forward. Okay, now for a white bucktail. Now this throat is very sparse, so just take a few hairs, that's all you'll need. Okay, stack it. Now size it just so it's inside of the gape of the hook. Just with a loose wrap, gently pull back and tighten up. And just make sure it's lined up. There we go. Now for the brown, we need a little bit more brown than we used in white. And the wing is going to be a little bit longer than the throat. Put a couple of wraps in there, make sure you haven't moved your white, and I did. So straighten my white up. Okay, now we're going to grab both together, bind down the brown, then bring your thread back and get some loose wraps at the back to position the white so it doesn't spread up too much. And when we finish with the jungle cock, I'll put a few more turns in there just to set that down. Now, when you go to do jungle cock, the first thing I do is peel off a lot of the fuzz, but I'll leave a little bit of the fuzz on so I can handle it easier. The other thing too is a lot of people will put the both eyes on at the same time. Nothing wrong with doing that. If you can do that, fine. Old fingers, I find that a little bit difficult, so I'll just do one at a time. I just put in a couple of wraps and then pulled it into position. There we go. One more tight one to keep it in place. Now for the other side. Now I forgot to mention, I go through the cape and pick out eyes that are the same size. So you don't want different size eyes when you're doing this. Okay, loose wrap. Pull it into position. And if one of them moves, okay, there we go. Keep a grip on them. There. They look good. Now let's trim off what's left. Finish the head. And whip finish. Now for some head cement. There we go, our Catskill number 1. It's an attractive little streamer. It's a good first opportunity to use jungle cock. You have some options here, and I want to discuss those options for a minute. I left this jungle cock eye long. Nothing wrong with doing that. You can leave it long. Or I could have pulled it in more and really had it finished so there was less of that short light bit showing. Your choice how you want to do it. This is basically the way I like to do jungle cock and leave a lot of it there. So anyway, there you go. The Catskill number 1. Give it a try. Cheers.